Hello, everybody. Welcome to something a little bit different. You may
A
notice that
bonus round.
we're recording this ahead of time because Ben has premium access to Death Battle. He is a simp. He is their uh, uh,
I am a premium simp. Thank you
yeah.
very
I was
much.
trying to come up with a
Just turned so
metaphor.
crappy.
Yeah, I was trying to come up with a metaphor for that would be kind of like OnlyFans, but Only Death didn't really work all that well in my head, and that sounds like a subscription service offered by Deadpool.
Yeah.
It sounds like something like Amazon Death Plus. The drone comes over your head, rips it off.
Yeah, uh, Amazon's new
Uh,
Death Plus. It brings me, Deadpool, to the house of your choice and kills the person you want. Remember to
anyway,
cancel your subscription, otherwise I'll keep doing it.
So what we're doing today is, since we have access to this, we are going to watch Gogeta versus Vegito, the season 9 finale of Death Battle. And I think this one will also reveal the poll results, but I'm not 100% sure. Either way, it's exciting. They've been hyping. They delayed this by like 4 weeks. They've been hyping this up as their biggest episode. The only preview we got of the animation is one single picture, and that is it. They've shown nothing, which is very unusual. So I am very, very excited. But before we start this, before we push play, who do we think will win? Who are we
I
gonna
think
say?
Goku and Vegeta are gonna win.
I think the
Wow,
whole
this is
point is that neither would really win if it was all even.
if
Gonna
okay, here's
be.
my prediction.
I'm gonna be the odd guy out. I'm thinking it's gonna be a tie.
Yeah, here's what I'm thinking. I would say would be a tie, but we've been hyping this up so much that it feels sort of unlikely. But if there is a winner, I'm going to bet Gogeta, because the Daijenshu and a few other stuff has said that he is the stronger fusion, if not maybe a bit more
Okay.
unstable. While Vegito is a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? More unified, so to speak. It's going to be interesting because they're looking
Yeah.
at all sources. So the movies, Super, maybe Heroes. So I'm curious to see where this will go.
Huge Randy on the
And
heroes.
it's going to be also interesting because this is going to be the first episode Goku wins a death battle, technically, while also losing. Goku will lose 3 times, but he at least has 1 W against himself. So without further fucking ado, let's do this. Just
Stop
turn that
bitching
down.
about Superman beating Goku, for the love of God.
There's gotta be a Superman joke here. What?
These things are so easy to find nowadays. Yes! Now, with this ultimate power, I can finally...
Yeah, you remember how they had an entire arc dedicated to finding the Dragon Balls originally, and now they just kind of find them
Yeah, he's
random
not wrong
things?
there.
Yeah.
Just about every
Super Saiyan
Dragon Ball
4.
Z movie.
Intriguing. They are in many ways identical, yet still quite different. Though in
Yeah, just about every Dragon Ball Z movie had somebody gathering the Dragon Balls.
Yeah,
Do something
super
easily.
easily.
Yeah, it's like I presume this is going to be difficult to find all 7 of these, given how big the world is.
Wait, what did they just say? Let me go back.
Actually, it's super
Oh,
easy.
guidebook.
Barely an inconvenience.
Oh, yep. Heroes.
Hold on to your Dragon Balls. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who...
All right, let's actually watch this. I'm curious. Oh, is that 2D animation?
No,
Wait, no,
that's
that's 3D. I can't. Oh. Hi, Toby.
God, I wish I saw this in theaters.
Same. Toby's so happy.
It happened. Goku and Vegeta were pushed to the brink with only one option left. They merged into a single being of amazing power, Gogeta.
Badass.
And that would be the greatest thing 8-year-old you ever saw.
Yes.
You peaked at 8. Fun fact, while Vegito had already debuted in the manga 2 months earlier, Gogeta was created first. After all,
Cool.
the movie had been in production throughout the previous year. 2 Saiyans.
Yeah, this is one of those...
Number of canon appearances, 1.
Yeah, he's
Is-
wrong.
This is one of those strange cases.
Yeah. So what fusion do we prefer personally? I prefer Gogeta.
I
Vegito.
kind of like both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the Gogeta one in terms of in terms of how they fuse, but I like the Vegito one better in terms of how they look. Like combining clothing, like and making it into an entirely new outfit. I like that idea.
Yeah. Ugh. Disgusting.
That is hilarious.
It is.
Though not part of mainline canon, Goku and Vegeta first used this to battle Janemba, a demon basically composed of essence of evil. Probably smells like cats. Gogeta
Yeah.
defeated him in less than 2 minutes. 20 years later, Gogeta would become canon to conquer one of the most dangerous entities in the multiverse, Broly. Obviously, Gogeta's super powerful, but I think his most underappreciated skill is how he comes up with awesome attacks.
Yes.
Like the Big Bang.
Yeah, my favorite.
Yes.
Fall, meteor explosion, and the ultimate villain killer, Stardust Breaker.
Oh yeah.
A fancy-looking attack that completely obliterates all traces of evil within a target.
Nice.
Took out Janemba in one shot. The guy was literally made of evil. Or cats.
Can we talk about how in Fighters he reverted back to Super Saiyan just to dunk on Janemba even harder?
That was really cool.
That
That
was.
was awesome.
Which obscure character are you gonna reference next? Icarus? Sour
There's
Man? General Rildo?
yeah.
Man, that guy's just one letter up from General Dill.
Ah!
Vegeta has achieved the empowered forms of Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan Blue, and even Super Saiyan 4 in his
My favorite.
Mega Shadow.
Yes.
Super Saiyan 4 is a totally unique branch of
Oh,
transformation.
Super Saiyan 4.
Super
Those
full
ones are,
powered Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker.
Those
Super
are
Saiyan 4
badass.
Kaioken. Yes, they mentioned it.
Giving them fuzzy red fur and teen goth eyeshadow. Goku has also claimed this form increases a Saiyan's inherent aggression, though you wouldn't know it with Gogeta. He basically becomes Dragon Ball's Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Well, saying Bugs Bunny isn't
No.
aggressive would be kind of a misnomer. It's just how he channels it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's supposed to last 30 minutes, but they use so much power it reduced it to 10.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Broly didn't land a single hit.
Whis' reaction even implies that Gogeta could possibly take on Beerus. In Dragon Ball Heroes, Gogeta continues to prove he's one of the multiverse's
Hi, Super Saiyan 3 Goku Black.
Full power Super Saiyan Rose.
Yep.
Super Saiyan Rose 3, Goku Black and White, and
Only they are able to make a
Why is he
Rose sound
Sephiroth?
intimidating.
yeah, I was
Why
about to
is
ask.
he-
Sephiroth.
What the fuck is that name?
What is this?
Hey, Deborah.
Was.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Technically, yeah.
He only fused character to defeat a villain in canon. That is true.
Even stronger forms than before. One was in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, the boosted form Vegeta achieved during the Tournament of Power. The other was Super Saiyan 4, but not just any Super Saiyan 4. He was Super Full Power Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker. I think my tongue is permanently twisted now. These two forms fighting side by side implies that, at least in this iteration, both are similar, if not equal, in power. Gogeta's so cool, and there are tons of people who think he'd win this matchup. In Weekly Jump issue 28 from 1995, the fusion dance was stated to unify Goku and Vegeta's spirits and draw out their power to the max. As long as a fight with Vegito lasts less than 30 minutes, the magazine says Gogeta should win. And then in the video game Raging Blast, there's a what-if scenario.
These are literally the argument I used to bring up.
But he was about to run out of energy, so maybe it could have gone either way. Though with his power and skill, it's unlikely any opponent would push Gogeta to his limits. Two of the greatest warriors in history merged together as one. What more could you want as a fan? And what more could you fear as a foe?
Oh, let's see what they say for Vegito.
The spring of 1995, a demonic menace has threatened to consume the world in chaos. Goku and Vegeta were pushed
Yes.
Yes.
I love that Vegeta's always embarrassed whenever they do the dance.
Mhm.
Well, it is water ballerina.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes spelled Vegito. I can't read that.
Jetto, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Vegito.
because it uses the ending bit of Kakaroto.
Not,
Vigorot. They mentioned
yeah,
that
I'm,
English
I'm
name.
not a fan of Vegorot.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound as intimidating.
Vegirot is one syllable off from Vagirot.
Yeah.
Yeah, hence why I just use Vegito, but use the Japanese spelling.
Vegito is formed from the first half of Vegeta and the latter half of Kakaroto. This is why Viz Media actually translated it to Vegirot. Oh, that one sucks too. Okay, now let's talk about how he blows shit up real good. Vegito has numerous.
Yeah, the manga name's the worst. I kind of like Vegito though.
Vegito sounds better.
I just use the Japanese spelling.
Yeah, that's fair.
Formed like Vegeta's final flash, but fired like Goku's Kamehameha way. He's got a spirit sword, the
Yes.
and the Banshee blast. Which,
Oh, that's a cool one.
The split finger shot, you idiot.
Super Vegito was so friggin' powerful, even being turned into candy didn't slow him down. It just made him delicious. His level of
That's coffee flavored, just so you guys know.
that he was capable of effectively ignoring
Meh.
entirely altered and his DNA eradicated.
Damn.
Gone as the incredible fighting candy.
Yeah.
No brains, no organs of any kind, and he still kept slapping around that big pink ass. Phrasing. Presumably, this is similar to how Vegeta overpowered Babidi's mind control, or how Goku broke through Hit's time skip with Kaioken. A greater can overrule basically anything a weak does. Though,
Yeah.
to be fair, the super candy is a pretty extreme example. But Vegito's a pretty extreme guy, even for the Dragon Ball multiverse. He later got that godly blue hairspray and beat the crap out of merged Zamasu, a double deity. Like a fusion dick measuring contest, but not at all close. Though similar to his dancing counterpart, Vegito's time ran out after he overtaxed himself. Which was kinda weird. Back in the day, they said these Potara fusions were permanent. Turns out it's only permanent for Supreme Kais. Vegito's form can last up to 1 hour before splitting apart, but can be shortened severely if he goes full tilt. In the manga, Vegito formed after Zamasu fused and split apart when they expected fused Zamasu to have 20 minutes left, meaning he cut his time down to 40 minutes at most. Though in the anime it was way less since he tried to quickly overpower Zamasu with a single attack. The Potara have their own set of rules. Unlike the fusion dance, this form is maintained by the power of the earrings, not the fuses themselves. As such, destroying the earrings ends the fusion. And if you slap the Potara on while in a Super Saiyan form, you can't power down while fused. So if Goku and
Girl
Vegeta
damn.
aren't careful, they can find themselves draining power when they don't need to. But surprise, Vegito's got into his own Super Dragon Ball Hero shenanigans, and he's
Of
got
course.
the full power Red Fur 2. Look, Wiz, I think I'm having deja vu.
Ah.
Sit in the corner.
The multiverse like
Oh.
Elder and Mechikabura. And just like with Gogeta, there's plenty of people who think Vegeta would win this fight. Daizenshus 4 and 7, basically two Dragon Ball encyclopedias, claim that the Potara fusion is superior to the fusion dance. Old Kai said this too, that the Potara provide a greater effect. Though they both may be referring to what was believed at the time to be a permanent fusion. Not having to worry about overspending your time limit would certainly be a greater effect if it were true. But hey, there's nothing that can get in the way of Vegito's awesome power. Gods and demons alike are no match. When there's no one strong enough to save the day, then perhaps two will do.
Oh, they're gonna use the Dragon Balls to wish for the fight.
Hear my wish, eternal dragon.
It would have to be the Super Dragon Balls, because I don't think the normal Dragon Balls have
Oh
enough
shit!
power.
Super Dragon Balls.
Here we go. Oh shit! Oh!
What is this madness? Whoa, Vegeta! Am I really that much taller than you? Stop it, Kakarot!
Yeah.
Oh.
Did they not get Moscow X? What?
Yeah, they didn't get him.
Did he not get him?
Yeah, they didn't get him.
Nope.
Yeah, that sounds like Justin Briner.
Find me who that is.
Ooh!
They had Lanny Pator as both Vegetas. I thought they were gonna do something clever, like, I don't know, get 2 different actors to play both versions of the characters, but...
I think that would have been a little more expensive.
Ooh. They're flying around Shinron. That's awesome. Oh.
He's blocking the damn thing with a key blast.
Oh.
Not bad. Want to kick it up a notch? Sure. How about some variety?
Lag.
Yes. Let's go.
The mixing on the audio is pretty good. Because you can hear whose voice is more prominent in the fusion.
Yeah.
Yeah, as it should be.
Oh! Yes. Oh! Oh!
I love that they're doing this in comics. Look out. They're in the afterlife now.
Oh, I got the tail!
Ooh, that hurts.
Oh, shit! Ooh. Oh, Kame House, no!
I love that they're actually fighting across the DBZ universe.
Yeah.
Ooh, shit. What? Okay.
Oh.
What, how did they get here?
Shattering dimensions.
That's not how that works.
There's some crazy shit.
I can accept going to Snake Way from Kami's Lookout. I can't accept them going
Oh, shit!
from
It's going through it?
Oh! Oh!
Snake Way to...
Oh!
Okay, but who's... Oh.
What?
Told ya.
Oh, that's cool.
No, he got hit with the he got hit with the blast too, though. Oh.
What?
Huh.
Huh. That's,
Totally worth the wish.
a lot shorter than I expected it to be.
Very
Kind of
short.
fucking lame.
Nah,
That
that
was
was
quick
awesome.
escalation.
No, that was really good. It was short and sweet, but it was too short.
Yeah, it was... They had a very quick escalation of fight there. You know, like, the scale went up fast, and... I mean,
Let's
really,
listen to-
really fast.
Let's listen to the argument because I'm curious to see why Gogeta wins.
It should have been 2 minutes longer at least.
Yeah.
Incredibly close. No, seriously, how could it not be? They're almost exactly the same person.
With a few minor differences here and there, like signature attacks. Neither Vegito nor Gogeta had one single power that provided an absolute edge over the other.
Except perhaps Vegito's longer time limit, though it's not so clear-cut. Both have overtaxed their energy quick enough to end their fusions in less than 10 minutes. Time isn't the only factor, but also whatever is maintaining each fusion. Gogeta's body and Vegito's earrings. It's possible Vegito's power can actually drain the Potara faster than Gogeta's does his own body.
Still, it's twice the time, and that definitely gave Vegito more flexibility and strategy. So more often than not, it's safe to say Gogeta would run out of juice first.
Also, when Vegito or Gogeta diffuse from power overuse, it's typically difficult for them to immediately fuse again due to that lack of energy.
But Vegito had another one over Gogeta. No matter what, he'd always have a very slight power advantage. Remember how the fusion dance requires the fusers to match their power levels? Well, the Potara don't need that.
Goku doesn't need to match Vegito's slightly lower power levels, so there's nothing stopping Vegito from combining the full sum of their parts.
Ah, poor Vegeta. You'll get your day in the sun one day, buddy. Oh, who am I kidding?
This might be what Old Kai was referring to when he said the Potara had a greater effect.
But hey, could Gogeta have destroyed the earrings? Nope. He would have had to be able to overpower Vegito first, like how Goku could only destroy Kefla's earrings after he reached Ultra Instinct.
Remember,
True.
when comparing levels of power in Dragon Ball, the greater one can overrule almost anything the weaker one does. The earrings likely tend to be protected by the user's ki aura, similar to their clothing.
The only time we've ever seen Potara damaged or specifically targeted are when the wearer is overwhelmed or in a vulnerable state. If any stray Ki Blast could destroy them, we'd have a lot more broken earrings by now.
Yeah.
Lastly, there's some debate over their personalities. In their first appearances, Vegito seemed rather cocky and playful against Boo, whereas Gogeta was far more deliberate against Janemba, and thus far more successful. However, these are not core personality traits, and assuming so would be inconsistent with Vegito's serious fight with Zamasu and Gogeta's more brash fights with Broly and Omega Shenron. Context is key. As far as personality and mental ability goes, Gogeta and Vegito are practically identical. In the end, Vegito's higher power level, no matter how slight it was, made a big difference in protecting and maintaining his longer, more flexible time limit.
Gogeta was gonna need meta more than that to beat Vegito. Sorry, Wiz, I know that pun was po-terrible.
Wait, shut up. Earth's Dragon Balls give 2 wishes, right?
Shit.
Yeah, hey Shenron, I wish for you to fuse me and Wiz!
No!
No, he said
Winner
fuse.
is Vegito.
Okay, but I gotta reveal what's.
Thanks for watching, and doubly thanks
Wait,
to our
yeah,
channel
let's
for
wait for the
supporting us
preview,
this
see what
year.
they got in
Hope
store.
you've been
Hang on,
enjoying the
Paul,
experts
go
and
back to the
content. We've got a
voices.
bunch of new-
Yeah,
see what the
I was
voices
just
are.
about to say.
Supporting us this-
So Goku was voiced by Michael Kovac.
Who the hell is that?
Let me look him
Good
up.
question. He does a good Goku, but it's not Moscow X, which is kind of a shame.
Yeah. Michael Kovac. Oh, okay.
Let's
He
see, Murder
immediately
Drones, Has-Been
appears.
Hotel, Dangan Wrestling,
What were you saying?
original
What
voice
were you
of
saying?
Angel
Dragon
Giz-
Dust.
Hang on.
Let's see. Has been
Wait,
Hotel.
wait. He's Angel Dust?
Yes, he is the original voice of Angel Dust.
They got Angel Dust to voice Goku. I kind of love that.
It should have been Moscow
I mean,
X.
Goku's gonna suck my
Yeah.
dick.
He was in the Prince of Tennis. He's gonna be in the light. No, he's been in the Prince of Tennis.
That's cool. Let's see if they
And-
show who wins
This
the
year.
polls.
What
I don't
the
think they
fuck
will,
is
but let's see.
Dangan Wrestling?
Content. We've got a bunch of
Yeah.
new stuff in the works for you.
I shouldn't
I don't know. It
have
seems to
but-
be a Danganronpa fan
Oh.
game.
Give it a shot.
Introducing
Also, season
wrestling
10
and
of Death
stuff.
Battle is coming
Nah.
soon, including
Hang on,
2
guys,
matchups
let's see
chosen
what
by
they-
our champions. Let's see what you picked.
Oh, what they got picked? Oh, Bill!
Okay.
Okay.
Discord.
Discord one. Yep, Alex.
Wow.
Well,
there
yeah,
we
yeah,
go.
that was.
Alex
I
and
was
Cole.
told that.
Knew that was how it was gonna go, unfortunately.
I wasn't expecting Bill Cipher versus Discord though. What was
Yeah,
that?
It was
okay,
rap
either
yeah,
number?
those
Bill and
make sense.
Discord. It was either Bill and Discord or Among Us versus Fall Guys.
I was expecting the
only-
most. I was
I'm
expecting
kind
the
of
most
glad
versus
it's
Fall
not.
Guys.
I'm kind of glad that meme one lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess we'll go over our thoughts over the winners in the video episode itself. So Alex, you go first.
Okay, so the argument makes perfect sense. I understand exactly
Mhm.
where they're coming from here. It works, but the fight is too short. It's spectacular,
Very.
yeah, I like it, but it feels like they've cut things out of it. They have a very quick escalation of stakes, escalation of scale, escalation of power, where everything is moving very quickly right up until it just kind of stops at the end. And
Mm.
if it was a little bit slower, a little bit more, or not necessarily slower, but if there was like more, if there was more going on between the points of escalation, because they go from regular to Super Saiyan 2 to like Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan 4 and stuff like that very quickly. If they'd have gone up the Super Saiyan scale and started going for their ultimate forms a bit more, just have a beat in Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, and Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan and Blue for both of them. That would have been...
Mhm.
I feel like they would have been able to wring a couple of more minutes of video time out of
There's at
that, and it
least-
would have
yeah.
paced it out a lot better. And the ending wouldn't have come as so much of a wait, it's over.
I kind of saw the ending coming, but to give my thoughts real quick, the analysis was great. The only issue I might have with it is that Vegeta they kind of talked about everything before Vegito, so Vegito was kind of not as big as Gogeta, which
Yeah.
maybe was the point. Maybe that was kind of the point to make you surprised that he wins. I don't really know. The fight itself, it's amazing, but it is short. And another issue, while I do like the voice of Goku here, it should have been Moscow X. I feel
Mhm.
like they should have
That's
gotten him.
another.
Maybe they tried to, because I feel like they would have at least tried the contact. Maybe they weren't able to. Maybe there's some kind of weird schedule thing, I guess. But it happens. The guy that got Angel Dust is really good, regardless. So the voice acting was great. The audio mixing, as we mentioned in the fight, was great. But again, it should have used at least one more section, like one more stage, besides like Kame House and Snake Way and so on, to kind of give it like a few extra minutes. There's a few things that weren't used, like full power, 4 limit break, or whatever the fuck that form is called, wasn't really used. Just Super Saiyan, which was awesome. But it does kind of end. I do like the death. I will say that the death was awesome. Him, like, you can, like, if you watch the frame, you can see Vegito starting to use the Kaioken as he unleashes that final blast. I do like the kind of final fist pump acknowledgement between the both fighters. That was pretty cool. And the result, again, it makes perfect sense. Like, they make a very fine argument. It's hard to debate against. It took me by surprise, but I like being surprised in these kind of results.
You say they delayed this by 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, they put
Hmm.
instead of being a 2 week late, it was like 4 weeks.
Huh. Okay. Hey, so it was like a 4-week delay. Hey, so they're still a Warner Brothers subsidiary, right?
Technically the Rooster Teeth, but yeah, they are under
Yeah.
Warner Brothers.
Okay, so call me crazy, but I'm gonna pull out my conspiracy theory hat and say that it's possible, well, that they redid a bunch of stuff at the last second and couldn't get Moscow X in to redub the voice. So, it's possible that they had Moscow X in maybe the first cut and then like like decided to change it all up at the last second and redid it.
But why is what I'm wondering. I mean,
M-
It's
Maybe, but
it's Warner
that would be
Brothers.
very.
Why
Here's
is
the thing,
never an
though.
answer.
No, no, like it maybe, but it would be very unusual for Death Battle, especially when they're more independent than you might think. Like Warner Bros. And Rooster Teeth usually leave Death Battle to do their own thing as long as they make money. That's kind of the thing they do. So Death Battle is more independent. But I mean, your theory, maybe it may be true. Maybe they're doing the first gun, something didn't work. It's like, oh shit, we have to kind of rework a few things. But it's hard to say. I guess my biggest disappointment, I'll go over this before I let Gizmo go, is I wish they got different voice actors for both Goku and Vegeta and Goku and Vegeta. I kind of wish they did kind of that different thing, which would have made this episode a bit stand up. But yeah, I mean, I liked it.
You
I
know
think it
what
could have
they
been better in some areas, but it was a damn good episode, I
Hey,
feel
you
like.
know what they
Very
could have
great.
done? They could have gotten the guy who plays Vegeta in Dragon Ball R&R to do one of them.
Oh, yeah, that would have been great.
And
All
they
right, Gizmo, you're up.
yeah.
uh, oh man, I feel like they should have delayed this at least a few, like maybe less than a few more days, like maybe 3, because that battle was really, the analysis was all right. They got everything they wanted. They got everything they needed. But when it comes to the battle itself, it's too short. Like it felt very very short. It was not even like home. It felt shorter. It felt short as the Homelander versus Omni Man fight,
Yeah,
if
and
not shorter.
that was a designed beatdown.
Yeah.
Right, that made
And this is
sense.
supposed to be two equals fighting it out. Oh, and whenever I think about something like that where one person has like a slight advantage over the other, I think my base for a fight like that is Anakin versus Obi-Wan in Revenge of the Sith.
Mm.
It's a
I
long drawn out fight of two characters who know each other in and out, just like drilling things looking for an opening. And
yeah
it
I
ends when they're or when both of them are worn the hell out, and one of them makes a mistake.
I
Yeah.
really don't know what's going on with Rooster Teeth, whether because Warner Brothers bought them out or whatever the fuck, or maybe it's something else entirely. But maybe they should start making longer episodes, like whether it be like longer fights. Well, actually, yeah, longer fights because
Well,
a lot of these
keep in
fights don't make
mind,
sense to me. A lot of these fights don't really make sense to me because some of them are either short or too short.
But
Like,
keep in mind that Death Battle has its own budget. They don't get the money from Rooster Teeth. They get their own money from themselves. That's why they have the membership. That's why they do the sponsorships on
well,
their own
from
videos. I'm
what I
sure they
can
get.
tell now,
I'm
they
sure they
do.
get. I'm sure they get some money from the Rooster Teeth Plus thing, but clearly that isn't enough. Which is why, again, they have their own membership kind of thing.
From
But
what I'm
they don't
told,
get.
and from what I heard, they got their budget entirely from Rooster Teeth, basically saying do whatever basically they gave them that do whatever the fuck you want kind of card. Because like you think about it, like all the 3D animation, all the 2D animation, like the motion capture, like the music, the special
Do they
effects.
even? Do they even
Like think
do
about it.
motion
What
capture anymore?
they have, and they've.
Uh,
What I'm saying is that even when they have done motion capture, they at least
yeah.
got help from Rooster Teeth. Is what I'm saying.
Right.
Like even if they go for something even more advanced, like say rotoscoping, you know that it's because of Rooster Teeth. You know it's because the Rooster Teeth
Yeah.
is helping them out in some way. If they do something even as like drastic as that, like what's holding them back from making longer episodes, whether it be analysis or fights? Because like it's one thing if it's like they're supposed to try and like up Superman versus Goku. That was a 30-minute fight. I don't think they're ever gonna be able to do again. But something like
Yeah.
Vegito versus Gogeta, you would at least expect it to be 2 minutes longer, 3 minutes longer at the
Yeah.
very most. I'm not expecting these aren't legacy characters like Superman and Goku, but that was expected along the lines of that fight, like at least like 10 minutes less. But
If it was like
I'm
a normal 2 week, if it was like a normal 2 week thing, I agree. But like
yeah.
because they delayed it for like 4 weeks, like you do expect at least to it be a little bit longer.
Yeah, it's like the key things, like it's like little things made me think, okay, yeah, they could have just delayed it just a little more. I wouldn't have minded. Like Moscow X not voicing Goku, like the length of the fight itself, and like them like quickly with no explanation whatsoever changing scenarios every like what 1 minute,
Mm-hmm.
like stuff like
Don't
that. It
mind
feels
that
like
as
they could have
much, I
just
guess.
delayed it a little more so they could like, polish it, like add more effects, more moves, that kind of thing.
I will add this, like, every time they did that, there was a kind of a dimension shattering effect, but they didn't do that for the time space room, which is a bit weird. It just kind of flashed light
Time
and then they're
chamber.
there. There was no shattering effect like they were doing the full fight, so it's a tiny bit inconsistent there.
That being said, though, it's still a good fight. It's just too short.
Yeah.
Too
Gizmo,
short, but it's still a good fight.
Gizmo, what you're
Yeah.
saying is reminding me of something that I've said about Doctor Who back when they were trying to push for like, I think it was like 20 episodes a year, and they very clearly did not have the budget for that. It is
Oh,
like
God.
I feel like they need to cut down the episode order so that they can spread
Here's
the
the thing.
budget around.
They
Right.
did that. Season 7 originally had 20 episodes, and that kind of spread them really thin. And that season's very much a mixed bag. So they went back down to 16 and the quality improved. Not saying season 8 was perfect, but it had some really phenomenal animation in that. And then season 9 was a step up from there. So they are clearly getting better as it's going on,
See,
with
that's for
season 7
live
being kind of
action
a fumble.
television shows. So like that's for a live action television show. So like that's for like costumes and makeup and
Yeah.
maybe some like commissary on the side after some breaks. This is strictly voice acting, animation for 3D and 2D. Like there's more to do, sure, but there's less to worry about. So I don't know why
Yeah.
they can't try and make these episodes a little longer in the fight department. Like when it makes sense
Yeah.
anyway. Like Homelander versus Omni Man, that makes sense why it was so short. But stuff like Vegito versus Gogeta,
Yeah,
that
and that one was short, but it also felt like it was a through line. There was a very clear pacing of this happens and then this happens, and it's because that happens. This happens because that happens. And then the fight is over because Omni-Man is done. And he's done playing around.
Mhm.
And then like this feels like first they're here, then they're here, then they're here, then and oh, the fight's over.
Mhm.
Someone could
It
argue
was
that that's how
we
Dragon
should
Ball Z fights work, but at the same time,
yeah.
Dragon
it's
Ball Z
clear
fights
where they're gonna.
also don't tend to go through a greatest hits of big locations from the series. Like, I can
Yeah.
understand going from Kami's Lookout to Snake Way. Snake Way to the Hyperbolic Time Chamber?
Yeah, that
Like,
makes
No, it
sense to
was
me.
no, it was Snake Way to Kami House to the time chamber.
okay, that makes even less sense then.
I
Yeah,
get it's
that
supposed
is a
to be
bit
like a dimensional break,
okay.
but isn't the
Yeah, you
hyperbolic
know,
time
I kind of
chamber like?
I hang on. I kind of understand it because they're going from like the big house on the sky to Snake Way, back to the mortal realm, back to another dimension, and then back again to the where they
Well,
all started.
I
But
think it
that
would have made
doesn't
more
really make any
sense if they
sense.
started off at, like, if
There's
you
nothing
pace it
to
out,
like
like,
imply that they're moving along with the dimensions. If anything, it just
Mm,
seems that they're all kind of just static in that one location.
yeah, and then the location just
mm.
changes. I feel like it's like you remember those stages in Brawl where all of a sudden, and it's just like, there's a change happening here, or all the
Don't
scenery
you
has
It
mean?
changed.
it reminds me of that one fucking
Yeah.
Fire Emblem stage in Brawl. Yeah,
Yeah, except that
What
kind of
about
had a
yeah?
bit more of a through line because the houses were collapsing. But
A better
yeah,
a better example is Ultimate because you can switch the stages on the fly, so you can at least select two stages and then they'll change randomly.
yeah. But I feel like if they'd have started at Kami House and then they sort of go through to the woods to the base of the lookout, then they go up to the lookout, then they go into the hyperbolic
Mm,
time chamber, then they like break out into Snake Way or something. And that wouldn't have made a lot of sense, but it would have been a more logical through line.
mm,
And you have to, one of the things that you have to have for something like this is you have to be able to follow how they got to these locations when there's
mm.
nothing but action going on. And we
Yeah.
can't really do that because they're just kind of making the transitions between sets, as it were, or like that. It's confusing to the eye.
I get what they're trying to do with the dimension shattering and then bring him to
Oh, I
different
get it. I just
locations,
don't
but it is
like
a
it.
bit it's a bit janky, but I feel like the worst offender is that when they get to the a time space chamber, there wasn't a shattering effect. It just blinked to white and then they're
Yeah.
there. And it's like you had the shattering effect on the previous transitions. Like where was it on the last? It kind of comes out of nowhere. But we made our point on that. We should let RGS give his thoughts on it since he's just been sitting there waiting.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry about
yeah.
that.
I'm going to be deeply honest. It is very mid. I did not enjoy it.
Mm,
I can acknowledge the good parts of it. I'm not saying it's terrible. The animation is clearly had a lot of effort put into it, and I do respect the time they put into it. But as a person who already kind of said, yeah, I don't think this will be a very interesting match, it just essentially confirms what I think that we're going to go for. That, oh, yes, Gogeta, if time was on their side, they'd be able to do it really quickly. But Vegito, if they could extend the fight for as long as they did, they would win. I remember bringing that up to Ben, kind of in that private talk, saying, "Yeah, this is what I think is going to happen because I think every Dragon Ball fan already knows this." And
mm,
well, it's nice to kind of confirm that. It is kind of just boring because it doesn't create any new discussion, and admittedly, it also doesn't create any new discussion when they just primarily use the canonical forms. There wasn't even a use of Super
mm,
Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker or Kaioken. Well, they used Kaioken for the last bit, but that was it. No
yeah.
use of the extended forms, and the pacing was kind of off. It was just essentially, oh, we're gonna fight here, we're gonna fight here, we're not gonna fight here. As fucking Alex brought up, there was no actual real pacing on how the fight is being built up. It just seems to be a best hits of each location and stuff, and I just felt kind of lazy. I understand what they did it. It's likely because they probably couldn't divert much time into it because they wanted to focus on the next two fights to come, which are heavily requested. But that's also just because I think, yeah, that was what was going to happen. And ultimately, it's not a very good finale. I just felt kind of bored and was just like, well, if that's your finale, then fuck, you might as well just stopped it and did Alex or Discord versus Bill.
Yeah, for a
It's just
season
Well, to be
very.
fair, they
finale,
would
it's
have the
not
rush.
very
They
impressive.
wouldn't be. They wouldn't have been able to make Bill or Alex in time. That would be like a 1 or 2 week development, and these episodes usually take a
I'm
while.
aware.
'Cause,
I'm
it's all
just
the
saying that
research
you
and
would have
animation
been
and everything.
better, like using all that time, getting the vote out and then working on that, like working on one of the two to make that your finale and the start of the
But
season.
what
Like
if
you
the
divert
one they
all
were
your time
working
into
on
it.
what if the one you're working on loses? Then what?
I already said you would get the votes first. You would announce the votes as their own video, and then you say we're going to work on this first because that's going to be both our finale and the start of the
That's not
season.
gonna
You would say
that's not gonna give them enough time to develop it though. That's the
Yeah.
thing.
I'm not.
It's
I'm
gotta
not saying that's going to give them enough time. I'm saying you would have been better diverting any potential time you placed into this fight into development and pacing for the fight you're going to have after.
right.
I mean, it'd be
But yeah,
Damn it! I bumped my microphone. It'd be strange if you tried to make if you tried to make something into both the season finale of one season and the season premiere of another. That would be
I'm
a
aware,
big.
but that's essentially
this
what I'm
is
saying. This fight really shouldn't have happened because it was very boring. It just didn't really feel like a season finale, and you would have been better using any of the voted fights for a season finale. I'm
I don't
essentially
think that
saying
would
that
have
this
been
finale is
I get what you're
nothing.
saying. I get what you're saying, but that wouldn't really have been possible, right? And I do agree with you. It didn't really felt like. I mean, it felt different from the other episodes, but not finale worthy. And to be fair, that is a problem that all the season finales have. Outside of Samantha versus Popeye and Goku versus Superman, they aren't really that special. You can place them anywhere in the season, and it would still be an episode. Like Sephiroth versus Virgil didn't really feel like a finale, but it was. Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie, it wasn't planned as one of us, doesn't really feel like as
Goku
such.
versus Superman,
Thanos versus Darkseid.
All Might versus Might
Those
Guy,
are great.
Thanos versus Darkseid, Pokemon versus Digimon, Sephiroth versus Virgil. Well, okay, so yeah, Goku versus Superman and Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie are the only ones that really impressed me of the ones that they have on this list.
Right. But yeah, let's start the transition to let's talk about the upcoming ones. So let's talk about Bill Cipher versus Discord first. I'm not surprised this one won. I'm disappointed Ryan versus Simon, whatever the fuck, didn't win. But you know what? That's probably gonna happen in season 11 anyways. That's definitely an episode that's gotta happen down the line. So
Yeah.
I think Bill versus Discord's great. I think that's going to be really fun if they, put a lot of effort into it, which they kind of have to. This is a fan voted one. They kind of have to put extra attention on these. But like, who would win? Bill? I'm
I
gonna
would have
guess
figured that would
Bill.
have been a matchup that was
I think
heavily
it's gotta
excited
be.
anyway.
I haven't seen much of Gravity Falls, so this is my
You
bias
haven't? Oh my
talking,
god,
but
you need to.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be Discord. Just
Probably
need to
for the sake
watch
of
Discord,
John
yeah.
Delancey.
You need to watch Gravity Falls. It's phenomenal. Genuinely one of Disney's best shows. Bill himself is one of
If it's
Disney's
one of
best
their
shows
best
Also,
too,
shows,
but
why are they letting it fall out of print?
Also the
good
fact
fucking
that
question.
also the fact that My Little Pony had like what one official win. Like I still think that I still think that the Rainbow Dash versus Starscream one is sort of a joke episode because from what I
Yeah,
remember,
but My Little Pony has
Okay,
one win.
like
My
one
Little Pony has
official
one
win,
win.
one
Oh, hang
joke
on, hang on,
win,
hang on.
and one
My
tie.
no,
That's what I remember.
no. My Little Pony had one official win, one draw, and one loss.
One loss.
So they're
Yeah.
in this.
So
They're in the same kind of tie that Deadpool's in, right? A unique tie that no other really character or series has.
and
so
they
this is
share a
this is
battle with him.
their chance to
funnily
like
enough.
break that record because the My Little Pony characters, much like Captain America, have been getting the shit end of the stick in Death Battle.
Mhm. I wouldn't say that because Rainbow Dash was a great episode. Deadpool was
Mhm.
Saying
okay-ish.
that the episodes
It's only
are
Twilight.
bad.
It's only Twilight that's a really bad
I'm just
episode.
saying that the results always were completely bad. Like the Twilight versus Raven one, at least it was still a little nice to at least watch. Just like it was like a popcorn death battle. But
Right.
what I'm saying is that like a losing streak for a while now. One tie, one loss. As far as anybody cares, those are none of those are wins. None of those are like real death battle wins. You know, same thing with the Captain America. Oh well, he had a death DBX win. Okay, but that's still not really a death battle
DBX
win.
doesn't really, it doesn't really count.
Yeah,
It's just DBX.
because like
DBX is awful.
people can go into semantics. That's still he still has one death battle loss, and it was like it wasn't really a good episode to begin with. This is their chance to see if they're able to break that streak with My Little Pony and how give them one more win at least.
It's gotta be hard to do because it's Bill fucking Cipher who's really fucking powerful. So that's gotta be a really tough one to pull off. I mean, it's possible Discord's really powerful too, but I don't know who would win this one. I mean, I'm rooting for Bill. I think he could pull it off, but
I
who knows?
never watched either series, to be honest. I already kind of figured that one would be quite popular because I think I've seen that kind of rolling about a few times during Death
Both
Battle
series are
discussions.
good. It's just My Little Pony has got like the more infamous fan base.
Yeah. So let's talk about the next one. Alex versus Cole. Let's have RGS start.
I'm really looking forward to it. As I said before, it's a really interesting matchup between two different characters with their two different movesets. That the whole point is that they can adapt to their situation in different ways. It's a question on who can adapt faster, and could Cole's lightning and other abilities counteract against Alex's biomass abilities. It'll be interesting to see, even if it might kind of seem like a one-sided affair, but it's that much of an interesting fight. I think it can get away with it.
I'm not sure who could win. I'm rooting for Cole because I grew up with Infamous and those games were fucking awesime. But I don't
I
know,
played
man.
both, and I like
Both are
both,
tough.
to be honest. Whoever wins, they'll win.
Yeah, I think
I've been meaning to play Prototype. I've just never gotten to it. I've never been able to find a copy of my own. But one of these days,
they
try
have
to pick
the
up on
HD
Xbox.
collection on Xbox.
yeah, on
You can get
Xbox.
that.
I know. I need to find a physical copy of that
No,
because that was
in my
exclusive to
opinion,
GameStop.
you should try to play the original Xbox version because admittedly the HD versions can be very glitchy.
Ooh, well,
Ooh, are
fuck
they
that
still?
then.
Did they not fix the glitches in that one?
I don't recall if they did or they didn't. I just think
I'll
you'd
need
do
to.
better buying the original.
Have the
I'll do some
original
research on it
360
and see what
versions,
that is.
so I'm
Yeah,
good.
I might get. I'll check if see if it has backwards compatibility and see if it's less glitchy. If it is, I'll get that copy. But yeah, this
Ooh,
is an interesting one because
Ultimate.
this is a legacy matchup. This has been an episode fans have requested since season 1, the very beginning of the show. So now fans were finally able to get this, will this into existence. And I do think there's a point to make that Death Battle knows how important both these matchups are because, they were voted in by the fans. So they have to make these episodes with extra attention to detail, extra effort, because if they don't, and it ends up bad, the backlash is going to hurt them. So don't fuck them up, Death Battle. That's all I have to say.
This is one where you do need to put them at the highest power you can. I don't care if you have to wank the both of them. I don't care if you have to make Cole the beast and make Alex have the biomass of the whole New York Sea. Just like do your best to give them both some justice.
That is what
That is
I
a good question.
seriously hope for.
Here's what I'm wondering though. What versions are they going to use? It's clear they're going to use good Cole because that's like the quote unquote canon Cole. But which version
Probably
of
gonna do like
Alex?
they're gonna use like I think they're gonna use good Cole, but they're gonna have like an amalgamation of like the evil Cole's powers because they're probably gonna say something along the lines
Maybe,
of
but that is kind of
they're probably
weird
gonna
because
they're probably gonna say something along the lines of sure this may be the same Cole, but it's just him with a different morals, but there's probably
I
nothing
think it
stopping him
depends
from getting those powers,
because
something like that.
My own opinion.
Evil. You go first, RGS.
Oh yeah, right. So my opinion is that because the game has the karma system, ice is heavily influenced by good karma, and napalm, the fire abilities, are influenced by evil karma. So they would be reliant.
Oh, he just muted himself. No, RGS.
Nah, sorry, I had to mute to do a thing. But yeah, I think it heavily relies on what karma they're going to use. If they don't want to use Beast Coal, which is bad karma coal, they're going to use good karma coal and give him ice powers. You can mention that when he's bad, he has napalm, and he could potentially use napalm, but him using ice is the canonical route.
Yeah, they
As for
one
Alex,
thing that they
sorry, I'll let you finish that thought. For Alex,
um
admittedly, he doesn't need to worry about karma because I think he's pretty much the same from Infamous 1 and 2. It's just a case where the comic creates the middle ground.
yeah.
Yeah, the
What I'm thinking
Infamous
is
2 also
what they're
is like kind of batshit insane with how they treat Alex Mercer versus how he is in the first game. Because they
Yeah,
kind of
what I'm
assume that
thinking
they kind of assume that you played the first game as a somewhat amoral character so that they could transform him later, but like the good
yeah.
Alex is a bit more interesting than the weird amoral virus Alex is, so
Mm-hmm. What I'm
yeah,
thinking,
I
what
think
they're going to do is they're going to use the canon Alex, so like the immoral to evil Alex with all the abilities and such from the games. While for Cole, they're gonna use the canon good Cole, like one with all the ice powers, all the good
yeah.
karma powers and whatnot.
That'll
And
also
they might bring in some of the bad karma powers if he can realistically use them, and they can make a good argument for it. There are stuff they're not going to be able to use though. Like for example, the gooey black powers he gets in 2. He won't be able to use that because it's a different canon route. I don't think they're gonna use the Beast either. I think they're gonna stick with like the canon Cole and maybe with a few karma abilities versus the evil
that would make
Alex.
sense that they'd stick to the playable versions of the characters rather than
okay.
the more
So,
boss-like.
do you think they might start messing with the karma system and do something really stupid like having it so that Cole just starts randomly killing people to up his evil karma so that he can get the bad powers?
I kind of hope not, because
I
admittedly,
don't
No,
think
karma
so.
Deathbow
system.
wouldn't do
That's a
that.
little out of character for
That's
Good
a
Cole.
little. Nah,
I
he
know
wouldn't do
that,
that.
but like maybe
That would
he like
no.
accidentally does something bad and notices it gives him an upper hand against
He
Alex.
no. He
So he
accidentally blows
goes,
up the. He accidentally blows up the Twin Towers and becomes Beast Cole all of a sudden.
Oh, boy.
yeah.
I don't know
That would
about
be
that, because
evil.
admittedly,
No, I don't think they
it's
will
not
do
like
it.
Cole can like pick and choose napalm or ice. He kind of has to stick to the one choice he makes between Nyx and Quo.
I mean, look, that would be
Yeah.
really dumb, but it's also Death Battle we're talking about, so it's not
Nah,
above them to
Death
do
Bow's
something
That is
dumb.
true.
No. Death Bow's done some stupid stuff, but nothing on that level. And they wouldn't do that for this fan voted episode either
They
way.
shouldn't, but I
They
don't doubt that
shouldn't.
they
No,
might have pondered.
they won't do it. I know for a fact they won't because that would piss off
Wouldn't.
everyone, and they know that. They aren't. They
You
can
also
be
said
stupid,
Gogeta
but they
versus
aren't.
Vegito will be mid, but here we go. I think it's
I
kind of
like.
mid.
But yeah, I think we said all we could say about these matchups. They're exciting. We hope they do them well. Before we end the recording officially, should we watch something a bit extra? Because I have
That
something in mind.
depends on what you're talking about. What were you planning on?
Do you guys remember Combat Gods?
Not
No.
really.
The fuck is
Oh.
combat?
Combat Gods.
Oh, this is a fun one. It's this
Alrighty then.
fight between two stick figures, and it's amazingly animated. I should mention this though. The first one had some traced elements, and the guy who made it was called out on that, and he promised to improve. And the next one was not traced, and might be some of the best animation I've ever seen on this goddamn site. So let's watch this first one, and we can watch the second one, which already has 1.5 million views in 2 days, which is really good. So yeah, let's have some fun. Let's end this on a fun note. My ears. I think you'll like this, Alex, as a martial artist.
It's basically Xiao Xiao.
Reminds me of stick figure combat from back in the day.
Yeah, that was great.
animation versus animated.
Okay.
Naruto is
Ooh.
the
How? Ooh. Dude, I
Crazy.
ain't into you that way.
can't come.
I'm gonna come.
Ooh. Oh.
Hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Oh, here we go.
Super Saiyan sticks.
Oh.
Naruto.
That's a lot of paths of pain.
That's a lot of different red guys.
That's racist.
I believe they're maroon.
Becomes the best part of the video.
Now it's really reminding me of stick figure combat.
Oh.
Remember those Flash games back then that were revolved
Ooh.
around stick figures and a few of them happened to revolve all around combat.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Ooh. Oh. Here we go.
You did it.
Nani? What's with this guy? Oh. Oh.
Yeah, the footwork there was really good.
Yeah, that's the V version of Red Dead Roses.
Oh. Oh.
This is a great example of how less is more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be some God of War free Kratos shit.
Nani? So this was made 3 years ago.
Makes
on
sense.
June
Like
5th,
animators are
2019.
really good.
And this came out on December 17th, 2022. So like 3 years later, no tracing whatsoever. The last one had some tracing, not all of it, but some.
Yeah, I could see that. The high detail shots looked like they were taken from anime,
Yeah. So
Dragon Ball, and
here,
Naruto and whatnot.
Here he decides to go all out, no holding back on the animation. I think I have a download version of this just so we don't have to suffer any buffering just in case. So let me just double check. I do. So let me get that up real quickly. Actually, I opened up in the right thing. Open with VLC. There we go. All right, let me switch to that real quick.
See, I like it because it knows how to handle pacing and escalation.
Krillin would
Because
beat
those
Saitama
two,
in one punch. Okay.
Maybe I don't know. I mean, he fought Goku Blue that one time. I don't know. I can't judge. All right, let's give this a watch. You guys got headphones?
Oh yeah.
I've got one of them in.
Not that the Discord stream will actually make that matter a whole lot.
I think he was showing his non-trace shots as like flashbacks. And now we're gonna see how he improved 3 years later. Oh, everyone close your eyes. None of us can watch it now.
Did
It's a
all
good
of you
thing I
guys
don't
catch
suffer from
photosensitive
epilepsy.
epilepsy when I wasn't looking?
Ooh, he looks pissed.
Hatred, my apprentice.
Possible.
We got voice acting now.
I like that. I like the subtle moments.
Ooh.
Lucky you. You would have lost your head. Next time, you won't be so lucky. Pathetic. What? You call that kung fu?
Ooh.
Allow me.
Yeah, the little, come on. Reminds me of the Matrix.
God. Yes, I love it. I love the fluidity.
Oh, we're going Mortal
Fucking
Kombat with the
Wu-Tang
X-ray
shit.
moves.
Ooh. Oh shit!
Ooh, fucking impromptu shining
Knee
wizard.
strike there, that was awesome.
Oh, that was a Captain Falcon shit right there.
Is true kung fu.
Ooh.
Technically, that was Muay Thai.
Of yours.
Honestly, I thought that was just MMA in general.
Finished already. Damn you. Fast. But weak.
He knocked the wee Brit over.
Oh. Oh.
Alright,
You shouldn't have done that.
you up Eye of the Tiger, it's time for a training montage.
Kill you. I'd like to see you try.
Oh.
Some skillful knife shit. Oh,
It's over.
Oh. Wolfang
the
Fist.
Wolfang Fist and the Iron Fist. So we got fucking Yamcha versus Danny Rand.
Yeah.
I don't want to skip too much of this since there's a scene next. Oh, wait, there we go. Flashback.
In this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility.
Oof.
Everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well.
Oh shit, his clan's fucking dead or some shit.
The vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates wars.
Here we go.
Who is this guy?
Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Nice use of the Naruto sound effects there.
Yeah. Ooh.
Although that sound effect is from something else.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh my god. Ooh.
Too easy.
Ooh.
How did you?
Ooh. Whoa!
You knocked the 5 guys right out.
Oh. Oh. Nunchucks.
Oh shit, let me go.
Ooh.
No more games.
Ooh.
Like that, that's like an impressive what happened last part.
Ow. Oh.
Give up, warrior. Surrendering is not defeat. It was not a child's brawl. It's meant to kill. No, it is meant to protect.
Oh shit. Moron.
You fool.
Oh, not again. Get the fuck out of my sight, boy.
Go have another training montage.
Warrior. Your fight is over.
The locals just assume that these two are gods because they're so powerful. 2 hours. 2 hours later, Goku
That's
patches
so
both of them up with a
badass.
sensu bean. Wow, that was a really great fight, guys. Here, both of you have a sensu bean so that we can keep going.
Oh no, it's just aliens.
Nope, nope. That was one of the alchemy circles from FMA.
I kind of
Full
assumed
metal
it was some
aliens.
Shinto shit.
We're about to have some. We're about to have a giant suit of armor and a short blonde kid. What was that about short?
That
Oh,
looks
it's a
like
save
weapon.
point. Would you like to
It's that
save the
fucking
game?
save point.
Save the game.
We know the game and we're gonna save it.
For thousands of years, not have I seen any warrior stand before me. You have been chosen. Now, make your wish.
Oh, it's a Shinron. Okay.
I shall grant.
Do we watch
I've
the
heard-
credits or do we?
Now let's watch the credits.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. That's how you do an actual fight. That's how you tell a story via the fight. That's how you do like proper pacing.
Yep.
That's how you do proper escalation. Honestly, it's just a lot of really good storytelling and good
And you
fight
see how
choreography.
you see how it goes from the rough to the final version with all the the rough key
Yeah,
animation, and then
that's
to
really
the,
cool.
Yeah. Oh, one guy did all that. That was really good.
Hmm.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised now, but yeah, that was really
But yeah,
fucking good.
that was freaking good. Yeah, that's why I wanted to show it because it's
This is what
delicious.
the fucking
Mwah.
Gogeta versus Vegito fight should have been like.
Honestly, yeah, because the fact that it was both Goku and Vegeta, it should have started off as just relatively normal to them at their base. They're using their skills. Only then did they go into the escalation, their Super Saiyan forms.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that might be the end of the video unless we have any final thoughts.
Not really.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
I already said what I wanted to say. Unless you want me to say
yeah.
again that the finale was kind of mid, and this is better.
I would say more, but I don't know really how to rank this episode. Yeah, I'll have to watch it a few more times, including when we get it on the wheel with Kevin on board.
That's it.
So
I
yeah,
think
I'll
we
have
would
to, I
have
have to sit
to
on
put
it.
it on the wheel to get a
Yeah.
better ranking of it.
Yeah, just I need to sit on it. It's either going to be a worthy death or pretty damn good. I don't know which one.
I think you're being
I
too kind
really,
to it. But that's just my opinion.
that's fair. I did really like it, but it did have issues. So, but yeah, I think that's the end of the video. So, everyone have a good night. Thanks for watching this bonus round of sorts. So, I guess we'll see you next time we do this. We're doing more recording this Friday, so that's got to be our late Christmas episode, so to speak. Dun, da, da, da,
Fun.
da, 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 da. But yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Toodaloo.
Bye.